Sup. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Gamerscape for sending in the two replays that are going to start at the beginning of the video. They do not finish. I apologize. There is an error that occurs. I'm well aware of this. The only reason we're starting off with Gamescape, Gamescape, is mainly because I wanted you to be featured, because I know you just sent it yesterday. Today's the 24th of April. I know you just sent it yesterday, and I felt really bad that it didn't work, and I didn't want to cut it out and be like, hey, well, I'm not, freaking focusing on you on Subscribe Showcase because it's not working. This guy's going to overextend out of the woo-ha. And for when I was told Gamerscape was able to make a comeback, but unfortunately the clip is not going to finish, but I'm still going to use it because I just wanted to give you your 15 seconds of fame on the council kind of thing. That's not a sign of disrespect. That's just me trying to freaking find a word that fits in there perfectly, and that's the best way I can do it. But your opponent's got that MST to be able to break up your one back row, and that Diane's going to get the Shadow Mist, but he's just playing out of the fucking woo-ha right now. He's just dropping everything on the board, overcommitment, just going for massive damage, but see, error occurs, and we're just going to jump into the second one of Gamescape, which is going to happen too, but don't worry, we have the full-length game still to happen from another user, and we're going to do that. So it's another one from Gamescape, but I just want you to know I appreciate you sending in, taking the time out of your day to email it. I really do appreciate it for anyone who does. It's just DevPro sucks with files sometimes, and you got that Gagagas bolt right off the bat. So basically, if you guys want to be here on Subscriber Showcase, all you got to do is send your clips, your replays, your decks at subscribershowcase.com. Now, if it's okay with Gamescape, he sent in the Gagagas deck for me to look at. If it's okay with him to make up for the clips, not just for him, but for everyone. If it's okay with him, I'll feature the deck profile and do it that way for him. Because I don't know why. I feel bad. It's not my fault, but I feel bad. But Gamescape, thank you again for sending in those replays, and let's go on to the Raidraptors. What you're going to see here is some massive play from the King of Krios. And I'd just like to say thank you, too, for sending your stuff in on Subscriber Showcase. And we're about to see some epic long duels. That's all I'm going to really say here about it, because I'm not the biggest, person behind Raidraptors heroics. I understand heroics better than I do Raidraptors. All I basically understand about Raidraptors is that they play like Blackwings in the sense where they can commit to the board and they special a lot, and then basically they search a lot. So that's pretty much just keeping advantage over your opponent kind of thing, and it's a pretty basic concept for the deck. And that's just my basic understanding. Now, if I'm incorrect about this, you can feel free to correct me, but that's just my standpoint on it. So what I want to just quickly talk about this is the fact that I wish these guys would come out a little bit sooner, and the fact that these guys just get shut down by Shadow and Imprisoning Mirror to a point. But that Force Strikes, I wish that thing would come to the TCG. How about so many Blackwing decks? Yes, I said it. Anyways, amazing setup from the King of Krios. I'm getting tongue twisted. My apologies. So basically, when this one's summoned, you're about to see it. It can it basically gives them another normal summon, and basically they all apply. So you could just get into those rank 4s that require 3 materials. But here he's just going to basically utilize the Force Strix effect, which gains 500 for every other Raidraptor on the board. Could have flipped up the second one, got a second search if I'm not mistaken. Again, not completely sure how it works. I don't think it stacks. You can only use the effect of this once per turn, so probably can't stack unless it means just the card itself, not that. Your opponent's going to drop that Sword Shield, which is no battle damage and can't be destroyed by battle. Pretty funny stuff. Rip a card out of the hand. Unfortunately, it's not the Raigeki that's going to wreck the board right now. And for those of you who are wondering, I use fraps, hence why the videos seem so slowed down compared to when you watch it on Dev Pro and you're able to watch the playback. Just for those people who are wondering, because I know it's some trippy shit when it happens. Some very, very trippy shit. Goes into that heroic champion, Gandiva. Goes into it basically every time the King of Krios here is going to special summon. He's going to be able to negate it for 800 burn damage. It's kind of nifty. It's very, very deadly. In a deck that basically is focused on special summoning. So it's basically like summoning Abyss Dweller against Shaddolls and having a lock on the field. It's messed up as hell. But you know what? That's Yu-Gi-Oh! That's Yu-Gi-Oh! For you. So King of Krios is going to go for the Zephyros, and since Zephyros has a 400 burn, the heroic champion can now chain on top. He's going to summon his Raidraptor Tribute Lannis and take out the monster, which now the Tribute Lannis will be able to use his effect in main phase 2, which you're going to see here. And boop, gets a search for one of my favorite cards that Raidraptors have, the Rank Up Magic Revolution Force. And basically, it's going to be hilarious when you see it go off, needless to say. So his opponent's going to drop the Warhammer. Warhammer 66. I'm old. It's some freaking video game. I remember the name being... I don't know. Maybe I'm incorrect. So he's going to be able to go for the Vanishing Lannis. It's going to take some damage. He's down to 1,700. His opponent has 7,600 on like life points right now. So it's going to be extremely hard for him to make the comeback if he can make a comeback. And I don't know why my computer's like bugging out right now, but we're going to just try to get through it. He's going to be able to take out the monster. Main phase 2 effect again. Computer, stop. You're being dumb. Computer, seriously, stop. No one wants to know the time of day. Here comes the Raidraptor. Goes into Castel. Castel's going to be able to get that off the board. And then he's going to end phase. End phase for the win. 1,700. And all this heroic player has to do is do massive damage. And it's done. Here comes the Assault Halberd. Plays the strongest shields. That's why it pops with its Magnum Shield. And pokes for damage. Pokes that damage. It gets a search. Heroic Champion's going to attack, but here comes out the Rank Up Magic into the Raidraptor Blaze Falcon. I was about to say Phoenix, because I thought that said Phoenix there. It's my first time really seeing it and paying attention to it. Here comes the Upstart Goblin into a draw because he needs to get his, basically, I may be incorrect saying this, his combo pieces, goes for the search, gets it out of the grave, goes for that Direwolf. He's like, you know what? I'm going to pop Direwolf and pop the Assault Halberd. No more issues. Set one card. Say go. Not bad. So here comes Solidarity to fuck some shit up. And all the heroics are now going to gain attack points, which now sets the board for King of Krios here to bring out a Ragna Zero if he so chooses it. Here comes that heroic champion number 3 just to fuck shit up. That's like the third one. My God. Just to fuck shit up. Here comes the Vanished Lannis into the mini cry into a Swallow's Nest. Change it so it avoids the burn damage. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a once per turn effect. So that Swallow's Nest, well timed, well played, goes for the Raidraptor Nest. Raidraptor Nest search, plays a second nest, plays a third nest, goes into Ragna Zero, activates effect, pops the monster. Nope, he's gonna try to stop with the Sword and Shield, but it's not being destroyed by battle. So it's still going to get taken out by that beautiful Ragna Zero. So now King of Krios has the advantage, but his opponent only has his top deck and has Solidarity on board. So his opponent can easily make a comeback if Ragna Zero is off the board and he gets enough time to. But King of Krios here is going to push for massive damage. Goes for that first search. So from the looks of it, it doesn't basically apply. That's well-timed Mirror Force. Good thing to put Ragna Zero in defense mode. Even with Fiendish and Bottomless, it could have ended terrible. Here comes a Heroic Chance. I thought it was Chalice. Heroic Chance set on the board. Not really going to do anything. Not really a threat. But remember, King of Krios cannot, foretell this because he's in the middle of the game when he was actually getting the footage kind of thing. He's in the game. He didn't know when he was playing currently that was a thing. We know it's a thing. Here comes that Dagasso Emerald to stack 3 back in the deck and draw 1. Hopefully King of Krios will get exactly what he needs to take out his opponent. He gets a Poly Duality, and honestly right now Poly Duality is not going to help him because he needs to focus on special summoning so much. Here comes that Ragna Zero play again. Computer, stop being dumb. The Vanity's Emptiness top deck off the Ragna Zero. Here comes the Compulse into hand, and Dagasso Emerald will now activate its effect one more time. And he's going to put back that Castel, so he has it back in his extra deck, and it's one less card he's drawing into. Draws another Duality, but like I said, Duality is pretty much useless at this point. So, kind of a thing. Could have put Ragna Zero in attack mode just to do 2,400 more damage and drop your opponent down to 1,000. No, it's not really considered a misplay. It's more of a thing you could have done just to put pressure on your opponent. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day as long as your opponent here, as long as a monster, as long as the opponent here does not top deck, like anything really good. But that Bottomless Trap Hole, so well timed, going to take out that 1,000 Blades that's powered up by the Solidarity. And now the game has come to a close. Here comes the 4 Strix. He's going to search. He's going to go for one more exceed, if I'm not mistaken. But no, his opponent's going to say that's that. And well played, King of Krios. We have 2 more replays still after this one. Here we go, wasting no time. I got to swap sides because I'm with the King of Krios. I'm with the King of Krios, not Gundy. I'm with the King of Krios. And this is against Shaddolls. God, I hate Shaddolls. No, in all honesty, it's a weird Shaddoll deck because I've never really seen Shaddolls use Heroic Challenger Assault Halberd. Not saying they shouldn't, because it's a well useful tech card that the deck can actually use, but I don't know, it just threw me a little bit off. Here comes that Mimic Lance, going to get a search for another one out of the deck as he can banish it from the graveyard. Tribute Lannis is going to attack, take out the Mathematician. Pure Cerberus will now activate, take out his monster. Mathematician will activate, and he gets another card. King of Krios has his work cut out for him because the Shaddoll player pretty much has an opening hand of 6. Here comes that Mathematician again, just for more setup. Sends the Dragon. Gonna pop one in the back. Bye-bye, Fiendish Chain, QQ status. Mathematician's gonna inflict 1500, set a card, say go. Now it's up to King of Krios to see if he can make a play. He doesn't really have anything he can make a play off, so all he can really do right now is just set a card and say go. Because he needs to for the Raidraptor nest to actually be on, use its effect. Here comes the Bottomless, well timed on the Assault Halberd, and the Mathematician's going to swing, take 400 damage at all player, and the tide begins to even out just a little bit here. Top decks that Impale Lannis. God, I can't pronounce it today. I'm a little bit under the weather. Massive recording. Here comes the Vanished Lannis into hand, but the Impale Lannis is going to take out the Mathematician. Shaddoll player draws one, says, well, now has the turn to go. Now, here comes the Shaddoll Fusion. I think we all see it coming. Nope, Assault Halberd. Now the Shaddoll Fusion into the Earth one. Into the Falco play, into the Assault Halberd, getting ready to swing for some damage. But no, he's going to summon Mathematician first, too. Send the Dragon to pop the Raigeki that's face down. That would have made a nice comeback, but I understand why you said it. You need to have something so your opponent thinks you have something. It's all understandable. Luckily, though, Assault Halberd can only take out his other monster and not the Mimic Cry. So now here comes the Vanishing Lannis, which is going to summon the Mimic Cry, get a search for the Impale Lannis, go to Castel. Castel uses effects since the Shaddoll player does not have a Shaddoll card to use. The Earth one's getting sent back, and now Castel is going to do some damage and wreck that board up. Just wreck it up for days. Remember, Shaddoll Falcon's still on board, Mathematician, and the Star Sovereignty's in hand. So there's a lot of plays the Shaddoll player can still make. But will the King of Krios be able to make a comeback is basically the statement of the week. Here comes the Vanishing Lannis into the Impale Lannis into the basically the Graveyard Search into the Direwolf. Castel is used up, so he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of Castel. Get rid of your back row. And Shaddoll Core gets him the freaking Shaddoll Fusion back. Here comes the I believe that was the Mimic. The Impale is going to take out the Falco. The Falco will get Dragon back onto board, and Direwolf will attack something. I'm not sure what he's going to attack. He's going to attack the Dragoon, the Dragoon, with no fear. Now, I don't understand why the Shaddoll player put back the Fiendish Chain when he's just, King of Krios is obviously just going to reset it on the board. I would have put Direwolf back so there's one less thing to worry about. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Here comes the Abyss Dweller play, so now the Shaddoll player cannot basically get the plus in the graveyard, but he's going for that Earth Shaddoll into the Squadmata. The Squadmata is going to take out Abyss Dweller, so Abyss Dweller is no more of an issue. Didn't Fiendish Chain because he's saving it for the Earth one. The Earth one's a giant threat, and Abyss Dweller would have went either which way. So now, King of Krios doesn't have to worry about the Earth one negating his shit out. He could summon the Vanishing to the Vanishing into the Impale, but no, he's going to activate Direwolf first to get rid of that Mathematician, and then he's going to go into the Impale. Impale is going to switch the one into defense mode. He's going to put in for some damage, main phase 2 effect. He's going to get one back. This is pretty much how Raidraptors work at their finest. Here comes Ouroboros. Ouroboros is going to basically target the Earth Shaddoll, and now it's not on the board no more, and the Shaddoll player has really nothing to play off of, but he top decks that Squadmata. He can play the El Shaddoll Fusion, go to Construct. Squadmata's effect and Construct's effect will now both trigger. Sorry about the windows popping up. I don't know where my computer does that. Here comes the Shaddoll Dragon and Hedgehog, he gets 1 draw, 1 search. Search will happen first because it's Chain Link 2 for obvious reasons. For those of you who don't know, just say here comes the draw into a Collapsed Serpent. He's going to overcommit to the board, go into a 101. 101 is going to suck up the Ouroboros, and this is going to put in some massive freaking damage. Here comes the 101 into the I believe that was it the Lance? I'm sorry, it was the Impale. I just want to make sure my commentary is not subpar. Top decks, Vanity's Emptiness. What can you really do? Plays a Raidraptor Nest, no fear. Gonna switch to defense mode. Attempt to take it out. Whoop. Detach 1. That's fine. Get Impale on its effect. Get the other Raidraptor back. Get a search. Summon. Go to Deltaros. Deltaros will activate effect. Bye-bye Construct. Nice knowing you. Construct's effect will now activate to get Shaddoll Fusion back. Overlays the Consoler Knight Diamonds, which is basically a big fuck you to Shaddolls. Very well played. Very well. And here's what would have happened if the opponent would have stayed in. Would have played Shaddoll Fusion. And would have got cock blocked into next week. And could have also just played Vanity's Emptiness, got cock blocked the next week. So very well played, King of Krios. Now, we have one more game to go, so let's go. Before this final clip even begins against Sylvans, I like to take one more second and say thank you to the King of Krios and thank you to Gamescape for sending your clips in. Very much appreciative. You guys make the council what it is because you are the subscribers that send in Subscriber Showcase and you help grow this channel, and I can never thank you enough. Even if it doesn't completely work, I can never thank you enough because you help this channel be alive. In all honesty, that's not bullshit. That's not me trying to sugarcoat it. That's not me trying to make best friends with you. That's me being completely honest. That Lone Fire Blossom into the Rose Lover, into the Sage, Naturia? The Sylvan Squamata. Sage Quoa. I don't know. I got all my names all screwed up. I'm just like too freaking all over the place right now. Goes into the High Arbiter. If you got the Halo reference, you'd be laughing right now too. And then no freaking Sylvan to be used. Look at those three spells so freaking down. But 3 Call the Haunted exists on the King of Krios board. What will he do for secondary? That's what there was for. He's going to just take out the Lone Fire Blossom and get the main phase 2 effect of being able to summon back one of his little birdies. Go into the Fortrix so he can actually get his search going. He's got the Call the Haunted set up, so it doesn't even matter. He's going to play the Huge Revolution magic card, which brings out... I probably said that wrong. He's basically went for the rank up, gets the Blaze Falcon. I keep calling it Blaze Phoenix. So Blaze Falcon's effect is able to destroy the tree. He cuts the tree down. He does adjacent for. He cuts the tree down and goes from there. So now what will the Sylvan player play? No, you're not getting Soul Charge. You get warninged. Now the Sylvan player is in trouble. And he ends the rage... Well, not the rage... The scoop phase. The freaking scoop phase. Because he knows. He could feel the 3 Call the Haunted that would have came and delivered the final blow. It would have been a finishing move. Anyway, I'm ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Make sure to send your clips in at Subscriber Showcase at subscribershowcase@gmail.com. I think I said that right. There should be a link down below that you could just copy and paste into your email and send it in. Now, I just want to say thank you to everyone who checked this out. Make sure to leave a comment because I like reading comments. It's been kind of a thing that, I don't know, just hasn't been a thing lately. Maybe because I don't answer as much because I get so busy. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.